Hello and welcome to day 131 in this quest for a 2000 rapid chess rating on chess.com. Alright, so we have an opponent here. We're playing the black pieces and it looks like d4, and I'll respond with d5 and just see what they do. Okay, the Queen's Gambit. Now in the past I'd been playing the Slav. Do I want to play that? All right, well, I think maybe I will go with the regular Queen's Gambit, declined. All right, so they pin me right away here. What should we do? I probably should break this pin. Or do I just go here with my knight? So maybe I'll do that. There is a little trick, if I can remember here. If I bring my knight here, they capture, I capture. All right, we'll go ahead and do that. All right, so they don't fall for that little trick there. So we'll go ahead, break the pin. Okay, so now they capture. We want to recapture. We'll go ahead and do that. All right, so now we have the development of another piece. We can go ahead, attack their bishop. And just see what they do. Okay, so a retreat back. Now, do we just go ahead and castle here? Possibly. So we'll just go ahead and castle. All right. Now, what do we do here? Do we just develop this? Bring our rook here to the half open file. All right. Well, might as well just go there, wait and see what they do. All right, we'll develop our rook to the half open file. And now maybe we want to jump up here. If we do that, we have a discovered attack here. So maybe that's what we want to do. If they capture, well, we could capture here. So this is a little tricky. If we go here, so this is what I have to figure out now. If we go here, and they just capture, we capture. All right, we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so now if they capture, we would capture and fork both their pieces here. If they move their knight to here, then what? We can just go ahead and chase that knight back. The knight could jump forward, then we could capture. The knight could just jump up, retreat back to here. All right, yes, and the knight does retreat back. Okay, so now what would be best? Problem is his knight could try and jump forward here. And we have to get this bishop developed. But what is the best way to do that? If I move my knight, all right. Problem is his knight could jump down in here. Do I move here to prevent that knight from being able to go there? Maybe. All right, so this is the big turning point in the game right here, I believe. If we jump our knight up here, he could just go there. And then what? Do we try and chase it away? My opponent could gain the initiative. So, do we jump up here? My opponent could move his knight forward. Man, if I could have got this bishop activated, that would help a lot. All right. Do we bring our queen up here, maybe? Bring our queen up here. Maybe we just develop the queen. Then he'll bring a rook over here and line up. That could cause problems. All right, for now we're just going to do that because we burn up enough time here trying to figure out what to do. All right. They push forward, gaining space on the queen side. Do we attack here? Do we attack? That is the question. We could go there. If they capture, what do we do? Capture with our queen, maybe? He'll probably just push forward here. then what do? Push back to here. Um, hmm. Hmm. All right, maybe I reposition my queen to here. Ah, tricky stuff here, tricky stuff. Problem is, this knight trying to jump there. Do I go here to keep that knight out of the position? You know, then the knight could threaten to jump here and cause problems. All right. If I let the knight jump here and I go here and chase him away, all right, we'll just go there, stop that knight in its tracks. That way we don't have to worry about it. Okay, so there we have it. Some pressure on this pawn. Where should we put the queen? All right. Well, if we go here, we're going to take a square away from our knight. And that doesn't seem too good. All right, let's just go there. Kind of slow down those pawns. Now okay, so there he decides to just push forward. Should I go here? Maybe I go right there. He could just move down and try and protect that. So maybe I got to go that way. All right, and the time is draining down here. Okay, so they're trying to go after the pieces here. So most likely we should just go there. So we'll go ahead and do that. Then if he captures, we capture towards the center. So we'll go there. Hmm. Is there a way to get an attack on the king? That is the question. Can I, I have my queen lined up here. Maybe, well, I don't want to move this pawn or this knight will jump down into this outpost. So maybe, do I jump this forward? Gain space here. Then we could have this knight jumping into the game. And I don't know, here at least I could go and bring this bishop up here, start attacking these knights. All right, at least my opponent is taking time to think there. Okay. Well, do I go here? He could just capture, double my pawns. I mean, I could capture towards the center, I guess. Let's see. What can we do? Probably just develop this bishop. Develop the bishop, but I don't know. The bishop is good here on this open diagonal. If I could target this knight and then pick this pawn off and grab this. Maybe I jump this knight up here. So we'll go ahead and do that. The only thing is he could just push this pawn forward, I guess. But if he does that, then my bishop can get activated here. All right, well, I'm down to 6 minutes. They have 11, so the time is not, as usual, I'm having some time trouble. What can they do here? I want to jump this knight up to here. Okay. So they decide to go that way. If we attack their knight, that just drives him back. So if he jumps in here, then what do we do? we could just attack. If he jumps here, well, he wouldn't want to go there, because then he'll have some trouble. So we'll go ahead and just attack him. Now he could just attack me, but then I could jump over here, I guess. But then that would cause problems. All right, maybe I settle for a doubled pawn here. Well, I don't know. It's gotten tricky. So what can we do? We're attacking. If he jumps in here. Okay. So we capture. He captures. Now we can capture and chase his bishop, but he does have a check there. If he checks me, I can block with my own bishop. All right, he doesn't have many choices here. He's probably just going to go here. If he does that, well, then we can just block his attack like that. So his bishop is under attack. Does he have anything better? Is he looking for a knight move if he moves here? Okay, so he does end up playing that move. Right, we just go ahead and block his attack. Now, does he push this pawn forward, allowing me to capture? And then it lets him bring this knight in, threatening this fork. So that could be a problem. If he pushes this pawn forward and then this knight jumps in here, there's a threat here of the knight jumping into this square. Is there any way my knight can guard against that? I don't know. It's not looking too good. From here, that knight could jump here and try and fork some pieces. That's not looking too good. All right, now does it matter if my rook or my queen captures here? Rook or queen, rook or queen. I'm going to go with the queen, because then that can block a possible check by his queen against my king. All right, so there we go. We have a knight jumping in here. Where should we go? All right, this knight is going to cause us some problems. Our queen is under attack. Do we just drop back here? Drop back so we can protect this. Do we have any kind of other attacks possible? Well, we could jump here. All right. Well, we have to guard this, so we're kind of stuck. We're kind of stuck here, guarding this. All right, that is not so good. Do not like that. Oh, we could just block now. Guess we'll do that. All right, all right. Oh, guess we gotta do that. So where are we at material-wise? We have 4 pawns and they have 4 pawns, but we have these 2 isolated pawns. which are not so great. We have a backwards pawn. So, I don't know. I'm just trying to hang in there. Where is this player from? Croatia. All right. We're guarding this. He could just jump his knight in here, but then what? Then we just go up here and attack. Well, I don't know, that doesn't do much. We go here, kind of blocking, protecting this. Yeah, we have to do that. If the knight jumps forward to here to attack our rook, we pretty much have to go here to protect. We have to go there to protect this. Problem is, he could go here and add another attacker. Then we would have to try and protect. I don't know. It's looking pretty rough here. Okay, so he's going to try and double rooks up here, it appears. It appears that that is what he wants to try and do. What can we do? All right. If, man, we're not going to have any protection there. All right, I don't know. I think we got to go there. We've got to go there. All right, so he piles up that way. Now what do we do? Well, now we pretty much have to protect this, don't we? We pretty much have to protect. Man. All right, we pretty much have to do that. Okay, now what? Do we just take? Do we just take? Then he delivers a check. Then we block. It's looking pretty crazy here. Okay, do I have to block here? Maybe I have to block. Okay, so that does not look so good. If I take, he's going to go there. All right, I don't have time to think about it. I've got to go there. All right. Do I attack him? Go there. All right. Now what? Go there. All right. Okay, now what? Now what? Now I just have to be careful I don't run out of time here. Okay. Oh, do not run out of time. Do not run out of time. All right. Where are the checks? Where are the checks? He could go here and check me. Then I have to move. Man, not looking too good here. If he goes to try and check me, I have to move. I'm going to get in trouble here because my king's wide open. Okay, he can't check me. All right, that's good. He can't check me because of this rook and the queen. He could try and attack my queen. Then I have to go here. So I pretty much have to do that. I have to bring my queen here when he starts trying to attack me. Now, He could try and attack me here. Which he does. Okay, so he sacrifices. All right. I'm going to have to go there. And now he's going to start chasing me. So if he chases me with his queen here, I have to run up to here. His rook can get involved. Okay, so if we go here, oh, what? I made my move. Oh, come on. What the heck? A mouse problem, I guess. I made the move. I guess it didn't click it fast enough, or something happened with the mouse. What the heck? Tried to move up here. Well, that's what you get when you're running out of time. So frustrating. So frustrating. All right, nothing I can do now. I needed to try and go after his king, but I was so just, I don't know, closed up here and running out of time, or sorry, wide open and running out of time. So he checked me. My only move, well, the only good move is to go, move my king up. I have to go here, I guess. Well, that's what happens when you let yourself run out of time like that. Come on. Ugh, so frustrating. Okay. I played at 88.1 versus their 86.2. It looks like I was actually winning that game before I let myself run out of time. Okay, inaccuracies. They had 1, I had 4. They had 2 mistakes, I had 0. They had, let's see, 2 mistakes. They had 0 misses, I had 1, and they had 1 blunder. And then they played at a 2150 level. It looks like I played at 2200 level, which doesn't matter if you're losing. I mean, so frustrating. 97.6 opening accuracy versus my 98.7. 84.8 in the middle game versus my 83.6. So they played better in the middle game. And then this is ridiculous. Endgame accuracy is 1.8% versus 100% for me. What? Maybe it was a short few moves. That was just an awful way to lose when I was winning that game. All right, let's go through this review quickly and see what the highlights are, and then I'll do a little bit of computer analysis. All right, so I don't know, they just kind of got me in a clustered position like normal. I need to figure out what to play with black against d4. So let's see here. They attack my knight. Then, what should I have played here? Oh, they wanted me to jump up here. Huh. Yeah, that would have been a better move to go up there, I guess. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not... I did not activate my pieces well enough. This knight was just sitting down here doing nothing the whole time, while his knight is a lot better, so that got me in trouble. All right, so this is the blunder here. So we capture, which is best. And then that was an inaccuracy there that allowed him to capture, or well, check me. So this is not good here. He should have went after the rook. So we have a check. We'll definitely have to take a look at this in the analysis and see, what should I have done after this point. Okay, back to the beginning. We'll analyze this. So d4, d5, c4, the queen's gambit. And then this is the normal queen's gambit declined, where you play e6 here. Then they just develop the knight, adding more pressure on this d pawn, so we defend. They put pressure on the defender of this pawn. So here I just bring up another knight. Now there is a little trick here. If they capture, I capture, and they capture, we can go ahead and capture here. And then if they grab my queen, you attack their king with check, and the only way they can get out of it is to block with their queen. So that's a little trap, which they didn't fall for that. So they just develop here. We break this pin, and then the trades start in the center a little bit there with the pawns. So my opponent just keeps developing, and now I have trouble. Maybe I should have fianchettoed, brought this bishop up here, and then got ready to push this pawn maybe. All right, so they like this move, because if they, well, was that such a great move? Oh yes, because I have a discovered attack here on this bishop. So they capture. My rook captures, although maybe it would have been better to capture with the queen, apparently. Apparently the queen capture would have been better. All right, so here we go. This move was the first inaccuracy. So what did they like better? Knight at d to f6. So they recommend just going there. But then I was worried about this move. The knight jumping in here to e5. So, maybe that wasn't too much to worry about. If the knight jumped in there, we could take a look at that. They recommend rook to c1, lining up on my queen. What if they did that? Well, here it just recommends bishop to f5. Just develop the bishop. Okay, and then if their pawn attacks me, I can drop back, protecting the bishop. And, we could trade maybe. All right. In the game, we had f6. They line up on my queen. I just wasn't sure what to do here. It looks like queen to d8 would have been better. So this was probably a wasted move there, but I thought it would slow his pawns down. But he just keeps the pawns moving. Apparently that's best. And then once again, queen to d8 would have been better. Okay, and yeah, because this does take a square away from my knight. If my knight could have dropped back here, that would have been much better. All right, so now this knight drops back here, which is not so great. And maybe I should have just captured here and then brought this bishop up. If they recaptured. So now we have the knight threatening to jump into my position. So I captured. Let's see. Apparently f3 is a mistake. Instead of f3, they should have played knight back to f3 instead, and then I should go ahead and capture this pawn over here. All right, but we had f3, and then this was a missed opportunity. Better would have been what? To jump here, knight to g3, then they should capture, queen captures, knight to f5 attacking the queen. I would give that up. Bishop recaptures. Now my knight is just trapped in there. But I do get this pawn, rook to e3, or takes e3. They capture here though. And then after recapture, they capture that pawn. So now I can double my rooks up. So we have 4 pawns versus 4. We both have isolated pawns in the center, but they have a bishop. And I do have maybe this threat of jumping in here. So it looks like that would be best. King captures. Queen to what? B1 check. Queen to B1 check. King up to G. Oh, sorry. King over to G7. Queen to F5 with the threat here. And they recommend rook to F8. All right, so that is a way that the game could have played out here. So let's go back to what actually happened. So we traded off knights. I come out ahead there by what, like a pawn, but I've broken kingside pawns, which is not good. So they attack. I played this, and that is not the best move there. So what would have been better? Instead of that move, king to G7 would have been a better move. King to G7. Then they recommend queen to E1, targeting this pawn over here. And then, I don't know, recommended is this move, giving me some space over here. All right, well, bishop to E6 was played. We exchange off, and it looks like I should have taken with the rook instead, so I played that wrong. Capture, capture, knight to F4 attacking my rook. The rook would have to go back to E7 anyway, so that's probably one reason I didn't play that rook capture. Queen to G4 check. Now they recommend knight to G5. All right. Knight to G5. Knight to H5. And rook to F8 to protect this. Now, queen to F5, adding even more pressure. King to H8. I mean, oh, there's this threat here. Oh, man. Yeah, so that looks rough. I have to watch out. That's a lot of pressure. All right, back to the game. We had knight attacking. My queen moves. We exchange pawns over here. Their queen checks. I block. They capture this pawn, and then I push forward here, gaining a little bit of space. Rook to A3 might have been better. So the rooks prepare to double. They go this way, so now I protect. The pawn pushes forward, an inaccuracy. King to H1 would have been better. So here the best move is to capture, which is what we did. And then they recommend rook to C5, just piling some pressure on this pawn, and that pawn will fall. Or we could just push that forward, I guess. All right. Either way, I don't know. It started to look dangerous, and I was so running out of time. 4.5 minutes versus my 34 seconds. All right, so they check. Now the computer's saying that that is the best move. The best response is to block, and at this point white is in the lead. So now this is the blunder that should have allowed me to win the game if I had more time to think, I guess. But they should have played rook. Let's see here. Rook to d1. So the recommendation is just to go here, pile up on this pawn. All right, we had this blunder. So they recommended what? Rook to d1, just add pressure here. Then we should play rook to a2. Maybe getting ready to double rooks up here and go for a check possibly. We would have a capture, queen to f6, which is a little trick that I saw in the game. If I could line this up and threaten to capture with a check. Oh, but nope, that wouldn't work because the knight could just drop back and capture and then cover the queen. All right, so here, rook at d to d8, and then you start piling up here. I would have to bring this over to help defend, and it's not looking too good. But in the game, we had this position. I capture their queen center, well, moves a little bit towards the center here. So rook to g7 is the best move? What? Rook to g7, that would be... Okay, this is still protected by this rook. So they recommend rook to g7, king to h1, rook to f6. So just playing defense, consolidate everything. Rook at 8 to c5 to attack. We play queen to d2, threatening a mate here. So rook to g1 is what they recommend. All right, but in the game, what did we play? I tried to trade off queens only because I was running out of time and I was trying to just get rid of one of his attackers. But he played smart, keeping the queen. What did I play here? Queen to d3, offering another queen trade, although it's probably not a very smart one. It would give me this passed pawn, but with both his rooks, it would be hard to defend that. All right, we have queen to f4. I attack his queen again. He moves up. Queen to g3, offering a trade. And now he lets me capture with check. But even better would have been what? Rook to f6. What? Hold on. Rook to f6? Here they're saying instead of that I should, because if he captures me then I have a mate, so he can't capture me. All right, well, I capture, he moves over here, and now queen to d3 is played, which is not the best move. What should I have done? Should I have just attacked his queen again? Perhaps. Let's see. Queen to a3 would have been better. So, attacking this way. Queen to a3. Then he should go queen to d4, just centralizing. And then rook at g to g6. All right. Anyway, we just kind of maneuver around until I ran out of time. Not very smart. So they captured. My king captures, which is forced. The best move there. And then rook to c8. A mistake. So oh man. See, if I had a few more seconds, I would have seen that I could just go here. Check. King moves here. I check again. If he tries to block, I capture with a check. Oh no, okay, I can't do all that, sorry. It's got me frustrated. I'm in check, so none of that works. So the best move is king up to f7. King to e7 is not so good. So this is what I should have played. King up to f7. So then, what? Rook to c3. Hold on. What? They're saying rook to c3 to attack my queen. So let me go back a little bit. All right, he gives up this rook for the attack. He checks me, and then I ran out of time like an idiot. Ahead by a whole rook. But, you know, oh, he can't even get that back because it's protected. Everything's protected. So check. Or, well, he should, let's see, play a check here. So check. King up to g6. Now what? Rook to c1. Man, yeah, it looks like I should have won that game, I guess. But, you know, shoulda, coulda, woulda. All right, well, thank you for watching. Please leave comments if you would like. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks, and have a super chess day.